Making cinnamon salt dough is really easy. You'll need a bowl and a measuring device. I'm going to use this small cup because I don't want to make loads of salt dough. I just want to make some cinnamon dough. So I'm going to take 2 cups of plain flour. This is an all-purpose flour, not self-raising. So it's 2 cups of flour. Move that out of the way. Then you need 1 cup of salt. Some people like to put the same amount of salt in. But I think 1 or 2 to 1 ratio is good. Doesn't matter if it's a bit more or a bit less. That's salt. Okay, a little bit more. And then because we're making cinnamon salt dough, we're going to put in a cup of salt dough. Now this might be cinnamon. This might be a bit messy. So let me just open the packet. So, oh, this smells amazing already. So a cup of cinnamon. Now I've got a big bag full. Bought this on Amazon. Makes it a lot cheaper, especially if you're making it lots or in the classroom. Oopsie, that's a bit more than a cup, but that's okay. Because to be honest, it's all rough measurements. So, cup of cinnamon. Oh, that smells amazing. Best thing to do first is to just give it a little mix. It just means that when the water comes, it doesn't go all lumpy straight away. Then add up to about 2 cups of water. As the cinnamon is quite dry, you will need more water than when you do ordinary salt dough. So do expect to add more, but don't pour it all in at once. Just put it in bit by bit and then you'll see exactly how much you need. Oh, this smells so good. Really nice, so Christmassy. Great sensory. So 1 cup wasn't enough, that's fine. Add a little more. But just do it bit by bit, because if you add too much and it gets too moist, then that's no good. Whereas you can always add a bit more if it's still too dry. It's probably because I've got quite a lot of cinnamon in this one. If you have a bit less cinnamon, then you definitely need less water. But I quite like the really strong cinnamon taste and the darkness of the salt dough, because I think that makes for a really nice ornament, makes a really good contrast. All right, we're getting there now. There we have it. Isn't that amazing? I love the colour. Now, really important, the salt and the flour are the main ingredients. If you get the proportion of those right, which is a 1 to 2 ratio, the rest of it is kind of like, you put as much cinnamon or as little as you want. So if you don't have a lot of cinnamon in at home, or you don't want to use it all up, add a tablespoon instead of a whole cup, or add half a cup. It's really a question of preference, and I really like this one. I mean, it's just so nice, and it will bake really, really nicely. So now your cinnamon salt dough is ready. You can do lots of different things with it. You can either use it as Play-Doh and literally just play with it. You can wrap it up in some cellophane or put it in an airtight container and probably keep it for about a week or 2. This is actually a week later and it's still actually quite good. If you find it's a bit too crumbly, just add a tiny bit of water to soften it and you should be able to use it for a couple of weeks. Just make sure it doesn't go moldy. It can happen if you haven't baked it, but usually it's fine for a couple of weeks. Now, if you want to roll it out and turn it into ornaments, just roll it out to about maybe 1 centimeter, and then use cookie cutters to cut them. Now you can see the different colors here. Here's a dark one, here's a light one. In the oven it will go light. The reason this has got spots on it is because we got it wet afterwards by accident, so don't worry about that. But if you want the dark cinnamon, you need to varnish it, use some spray varnish or some, I think maybe even nail varnish could work actually. But remember to put some holes in, put it in the oven at a low temperature, so usually around 120 or 100 degrees. Keep turning it in the oven, and at the beginning as well, when you've got a hole in it, sometimes the hole will close up, so you might want to just re-poke the hole within the first half hour of it drying, just to make sure that it stays. But yeah, if I hadn't got this wet, I think this colour looks great. Equally, The varnished version looks amazing, and also the varnished version will probably help them keep for longer. And yeah, you can then decorate whatever way you want. You can use paints, you can use Posca pens, you can leave them as they are, you can even glue things on it, so it's totally up to you, and I think they make really, really nice ornaments. So yeah, I hope you like this video. Salt dough, cinnamon salt dough is so easy to make, it smells amazing. You can use it as Play-Doh, you can use it for ornament making, you can make all sorts of things out of it. It's really, really up to you. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Above all, keep watching, keep making. I'd love to see you here again soon. Take care. Bye.